Well, to be honest with you, I needed a job. My sister she's been living here. She's been here for some years. My sister's been here, I want to say, since 1987, like that. And I don't know, for some reason, she kind of felt that I would be a good law enforcement officer. And being in Chicago in the cold, I was working for my family at the restaurant, and she gave me a call one day, and she's like, "What do you think about moving down here?" I said, "They're hiring for police officers." I'm like, "Me, a police officer? I never thought about that." She said, "Oh, you'd be great. You're in shape, and you do this and that." I said, "Well, you know what? Let me, I think I can do that." So, anyways, I was ready to move. Anyways, I was ready to move out of Chicago, and so I went on to start the necessary paperwork and moved down.
How old were you when you moved down?
Oh God, I was my age. I was 35. I was 35. Actually, I moved down with my partner.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get on the police department too. She was a police officer in Chicago. So she came down here with me, and unfortunately, she didn't get on. She got on the fire department. And I got hired on with the Atlanta Police Department. At first, the job I took was a security guard just to make ends meet. So I did the security thing for about 6 or 7 months. And then I got hired by Atlanta Police Department, and here I am. First assignment, I was over in Zone 3. That's where I was assigned, over there by Metropolitan Avenue area. I was on bike patrol. Left Zone 3, did that for 2 years, left Zone 3, then I went over to Zone 1. It's a new unit called Safe Neighborhood Task Force Unit. And that was more like undercover, and I only did that for like 6 months. At the time, I was asked to come over to the mayor's office. At the time, Mayor Franklin was in office. So I was executive protection for her for a year. And I left executive protection and went over to background unit as a background investigator. Went to background because I wanted to go back and get my degree. It was really hard to do that working for the mayor because our hours are crazy.
Right, and just wherever she went.
Yeah, I was there, you know. So I had to be more on a set schedule. So I went over to background and did background investigation, hiring new officers for a couple of years. I did that, and I left and went to the academy as an instructor, and worked with the recruits for a couple of years. Got promoted to senior patrol officer. Left there. Sometimes when you get promoted, you usually have to go back out to the field. So I was assigned to Zone 1, back to Zone 1, and there I answered 911 calls and trained new officers that were in field training as recruits. Did that for a year, and I left Zone 1 and I went over to the airport as a training coordinator, and lasted there for about 9-10 months, and then here I am in a new position as a GLBT Liaison. Well, they was looking for someone because Danny Lee Harris was out and needed. Mary Reed wanted to have 2.
Right.
So I was asked and see if I was interested in the position, knowing that I've been gay for many years, and since I was comfortable with being out, they thought that okay, well, and then I've been around the department for a period of time. And established relationships with the people in the department, and they felt that it was a good choice to have me in that position. So I took it, and here I am. Yeah, I'm not going to say that I was one of those that kind of ran around saying, "Hey, I'm out," but I didn't have a problem with people knowing. Like when I had desk assignments, I would always have pictures of my partner, our child rather. People knew, and if they asked me, yes. And then how word get around.
Yeah.
Officer Powell, she's gay, and then it starts spreading around, and that's how people kind of found out.
Yeah.
It's been very demanding. It's been overwhelming at times, but it's been fun too, also. And you have. It kind of goes in waves, it's up and down, because it's so much to do. It's so much to do with in the community. So, and as far as some of the things that I may do, of course I deal closely with the community. I may go to different events, social events. I try to keep track of bias crimes as they come, up. what else? Try to give public safety seminars, you know, to the community, plus dealing with the business, with their safety seminars to them also. Different type of, and just getting feedback from the community as far as what is needed, what do you all want, you know, and I bring that back to my superiors, you know, because I listen to them. I'm like that link, you know, listen to what the community needs are, and we discuss with the superiors, with my superiors, and try to make that happen. And then of course, and I also deal with the police officers that are on the department. They may need some assistance from me.